Welcome back, guys. This is the second episode of the OxBros show with Korean.
And Seth Rowe. And today we're going to be discussing the Black Ops 6 reviews.
Some ups and some downs.
Yep. So, right off the bat, what were your first impressions?
Honestly, I haven't played since, I think, Black Ops 2 was the last one that I really got into. I tried Vanguard a little bit here and there.
Yeah, we did play Vanguard a little bit, but
that was okay, but I never was really into the super fast-paced combat, which I know this one has a ton of, but not so bad.
Yeah, it's I would say in comparison to like Modern Warfare 2 and 3, I like it a lot more.
Yeah.
Because I played pretty much all of them, I think.
Yeah.
I've played every Call of Duty, but I haven't taken one seriously since the remastered Modern Warfare 1.
Yeah.
But in this one, yeah, I probably have, I don't know, 12, 13 hours in this
it
weekend.
Might be more already.
It might be more than that. But I definitely like it.
Yeah.
Definitely like it. Is there any guns in particular you like?
XM4 all the way. That's all I've stuck with the whole time.
Yeah, see, I've been loving the PP 919. I keep calling it the 19.
Yeah.
But it's 919. I don't know why they chose to go with that name. It's just the Bison.
Basically. I know.
But and then I run that perk with the 8 attachments instead of the standard 5.
That's what Alec's been using too, but I love having my 2 tactical grenades. I love that they have that as like that specialty
that is
perk
nice.
that you can use.
Especially for challenges and stuff, because there's challenges where you gotta use a concussion grenade or a flashbang or something.
Mm-hmm.
It is nice. It is nice.
The challenges, though, I will say, have been kind of a pain.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not that... Because, like, for the most part, they're not too bad, but there's always that one that takes a little extra.
Such a pain.
Like, you'll have 2 that are simply just get headshots or get kills with this gun, and then you have the one that's like, oh, use this specific equipment and get kills with it.
You had to use those shock grenades, I think is what they're called.
The, like, little spiky throwdown.
Yeah, I had to kill 10 people with that.
Ooh.
And it's like, they just stun them, basically. They don't kill them. So I'd have to, like, get somebody low and then just launch it into a room. And it was super annoying. It took me forever. I'd have to like shoot him a couple times, then launch it in and hope it kills him, but it didn't kill him every time. That's for sure. It took some matches,
and then realized quick that the assists don't count towards those at all.
No, they got to be straight up kills, straight up kills. And then I had the challenge, I think like Saturday, where I had to concuss someone and then kill him right after.
Yep.
It's like
those ones are tough because that concussion only seems to last, I don't know, you said like 2 or 3 seconds, but it feels like half of one. Even to myself, when I get flashed or concussed, it's like over like that.
Yeah, every time. But we do have an article pulled up here, and I know Ian here, where's the top?
I'm gonna say I was looking through it a little bit.
Yeah, so here's a downside and something that could affect the game in the future, I would assume.
I mean, unless they get it resolved pretty quick.
Yeah, but I guess the Black Ops 6 developers are currently on strike. This is as of 8 minutes ago, which this video will end up being posted probably later tonight or something like that. But let's see what it has to say.
So I did like a quick skim through it. And it sounds like a lot of the developers are on strike because a lot of them are working from home.
Oh.
And so they're claiming that Activision is doing a lot of things to kind of like push them out the door if they don't want to come back to the office.
Well, I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. I don't know.
It would for most jobs.
Yeah, I guess.
I think like developing video games is something you can kind of do from your computer. Like you can't get on a Zoom call and hash out the details if you need like that face-to-face conversation.
Yeah, and on top of that, like couldn't you, I don't know, like yeah, like you said, you're going to be working on your computer anyways.
Yeah.
And as long as you're hitting your, I don't know, some kind of
whatever their quota would
whatever
be.
their quota would be for that day. I don't know why that'd be that much of an issue.
Yeah, I could see if things were getting pushed back and it was like, okay, clearly, you're kind of slacking off when it comes to home.
So
at home.
It looks like they worked remotely on the game.
Yeah.
And then they're being told to return to the office. This policy was first announced in January of this year and has led to escalating tensions between the workforce and Activision's management. Okay, so it's been like a little while, I guess. This was published by Malcolm Poole
of DualShockers.
Yep, DualShockers.com. The company is willing to provide people with remote work accommodations, even when it's only option that meets an employee's needs. So they're trying to, if it's a stay-at-home parent, and they got kids or whatever, I guess they're trying to accommodate those people, which is nice.
But yeah, I mean, I don't see why there's such a hard push.
No.
Like, if you want it, okay, then come out and say that. But I don't see it being like a necessity
to
have
not
them
at
in
all.
there.
Not at all. As for the timing of the strike, Eurogamer speculates that the hype around Call of Duty Black Ops 6 launch will give the strike more attention, and thus force a response from Activision. So, I mean, I guess I don't see this being a huge issue. You wouldn't think.
No, probably a minor thing in the background, but yeah, crazy to hear about.
Yeah.
And it would kind of explain why there does seem to be a little bit of a lack of content right off the bat.
Yeah,
because I mean, like 2 zombie maps.
Yeah, and then I was surprised they didn't have like a ground war.
Yeah.
And then I'm assuming they're going to come out with a Nuketown after it starts to die down a little bit, and then they're like, okay, we got to get our players back, and then they're going to come out with a Nuketown, I would think.
So Alec told me, that hardened map, the one that's like really deserty, and there's like a bus that kind of hangs. That's Nuketown after it got nuked. Like, if you start looking at the buildings and whatnot I noticed that map, they look exactly like the buildings from Nuketown. And he was swearing up and down that is Nuketown after it got nuked.
I really hope that they're not claiming that that's just a Nuketown map.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people are excited about having a Nuketown back in the game. And I mean, I was never a huge fan of the map, but people do love it.
I love it. And as for the maps, you were telling me that a few of the maps that we dislike, a lot of people are liking, according to Reddit, right?
Yeah. Like, people hate that red card map. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind it.
And I get where some of the hate is it's kind of a big map, but that's why I like it. Because I don't like feeling like I can't hold anything down. Like, I constantly have to be on the move, otherwise someone's coming behind me.
Yeah. It's like that, what is it, Stakeout? Is that what that map's
Stakeout, dude, that one. Oof.
Dude, and it irritates me so bad because every time I see it, I'm always voting against it. And then you watch 6 people vote for it. And it's like, no way,
it'll be
man.
2 for the other map, 14 for Stakeout, 0 for random. It's like, okay, I guess this is what we're playing.
Yeah, which I will say I've gotten better at it the more I've played on it. Because, I mean, in the beginning, you have no idea where anything is. You don't know how to move through anything.
No, I felt like every time I'd turn a corner, I'd get blasted.
Yeah, or you end up right back to where you just were 2 seconds ago. You're like, oh, I'm going to take this hallway, then this hallway. Oh, now I'm back in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then you get beamed because then the spawn was just set there for the other team. You get lasered.
And I noticed there's so many maps that have like a little kind of cubby hole spot, like ventilation that you can crawl through.
Yeah, really good for like campers.
I've died so many times. Well, that's how I know about them. I died to them first, and I was like, okay, this is a good spot. I'll try it.
Yep.
Worked pretty good.
Yeah, definitely did. But, and the zombies. I do like the zombies.
Yeah.
I like the maps. Liberty and Terminus are both pretty decent maps. I personally like Liberty more than Terminus. But because I feel like once you're going into that cave, I really don't like the cave.
No.
That cave, you get trapped down there fast, especially in the higher levels if you're trying to navigate through everything. Ugh. Yeah, it's not a good situation.
Well, see, I will say with these two maps, what I like that they did is in a lot of the old zombie maps, it felt like they really tried to force you down like narrow pathways where you could easily get stuck, easily get caught up.
A lot.
Whereas now there's like a couple of those narrow pathways where you kind of have to navigate and dodge and jump through stuff. So you get that rush of like, oh, they're right on me. I'm getting hit. I got to run. But then there's also spots where you can easily get them out in the open and kind of, work them down to nothing. Yeah,
for sure. Because in Liberty, like right off the spawn, you can kind of work them, and kind of tunnel them in. And then in the Terminus, I don't know, probably up towards, what is that, the prison?
Yep.
Like up towards the top, you can, so around the spawn points, it's really good to kind of tunnel them. But down in that like real deep area, like when you get below the cave, gets a little shady in there.
Or even in that lab. It seems like it would be the perfect spot to like loop around, but there's all these like pillars and tight little boxes.
Yeah, and then they're coming out of the walls as you're
through
there. Yeah, it gets a little sketchy. Gets a little sketchy. But and then I haven't explored the LMGs enough to know, because I know Alec was telling me that that's all he uses for zombies.
Yeah.
Which is what I should probably try to do, but I haven't done.
I use the I do like that PU-21. It's like it looks like a Russian, almost like the PKM.
Okay.
That one's pretty nice, but I like using that XM4, and then you put that giant like dual drum round on there, and it feels like a light machine gun, but it doesn't slow you down like one.
Yeah, because I was using the PP919, but when you pack a punch it, it's like 120 rounds, so it's almost like an SMG LMG, and then you're just mowing down stuff, especially if you get it to like a pack a punch 3. Oh, dude, that thing lasers.
I know they've had that in the game for a while, but I love how they do that. I've always hated you could only pack a punch once. And like the little ammo boxes too. Like I dude, how many times I died just to running out of ammo.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you get up to those higher rounds and it takes a mag and a half to take down, a small little pocket.
Yeah. All right, let's check out let's see some of these reviews. Okay.
It should be in that tab before that one.
Oh, did you already have it open?
The Steam ones.
Oh, it's loading. Son of a... I thought I had 5G on this bad boy. Yeah, here's Black Ops 6. I don't know. I'm going to let you kind of... Oh, it's your birthday. Did it work?
No.
What the heck? Yeah, I wouldn't mind reading some of these reviews and like seeing what other people had to say.
Because right now it has mixed, but when I looked at them, I mean, all the ones that were showing at the top were the positive reviews.
Why is it not? Does it say the player count?
It should. I think it might be on the community hub on there.
Okay, 2,637 reviews.
Now, I will say, right off the bat, I don't know why that's a recommended review, but he is talking about the troubleshooting issues. And I don't, maybe because it's on Steam, I am having a major issue of like a DirectX error is all it keeps popping up, and that game crashes immediately.
Yeah, see, I haven't ran into any issues really with lag or anything.
The
on
lag
console
has been pretty bad.
Like I'll get spikes every once in a while, but it's not anything too bad that really affects the game. In Zombies, I've seen some really bad issues with people playing on PC. And they're like glitching through buildings, and then like they'll be running somewhere, and then they end up right in front of a bunch of zombies.
Yep.
And it's like, oh,
that's what happened to me a couple times. And then like I've had it a couple times on multiplayer where it's lagging so bad, everyone's just moving in place, and I can like run around and check out the map. Yeah. I don't get long. It's usually, about 10, 15 seconds. But still, I mean, when it's a multiplayer game, it's a lot of time to be stuck.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So what does this recommended review say here? delete 250 gigabytes of games to install AIO platform for all Call of Duties. Spend one night downloading the game. Game doesn't even start. Oh, so this is the troubleshooting that you were talking about.
Yep. Yeah, it sounds like he was struggling to get. And that's why Steam, you kind of have to take their reviews with a grain of salt because a lot of times it could be one little setting you have wrong on your P. Like that could even be my issue. I don't know if this is like a recurring thing that a lot of people are dealing with, but it could be one little setting you have ticked wrong, and that's what's going to crash your game.
And if it takes you all night to download 250 gigabytes, and I don't know why it's that big to begin with, unless you're downloading every game over the past few years, but I'd probably get better Wi-Fi. All right, let's see here.
Hey, one about the campaign.
Oh, yeah.
Was a good mix of emotions, super interesting start to finish. And see, that was the same thing Alex said, because he already beat that campaign.
Yeah, see, I haven't played it.
I played one mission of it, and I will say, like, right off the bat, it just, like, sucks you right in. The atmosphere, the sound, the characters even were, like, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Little confused as to what's going on so far, but I mean, it's a Black Ops game. I'm sure you don't really figure it out until about halfway through as to what.
Yeah. So does that pick up from, what would it be, Cold War? Is that where it would pick up from? That's the last Treyarch game, right?
I think so. I think that's where it's supposed to pick up from.
I wouldn't mind playing that campaign either.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't play that campaign. Like Black Ops 1 and 2 campaigns I beat.
Yeah.
And then 3 and 4, I don't think I touched. I played 4 multiplayer.
Ghosts, I beat the campaign on that one. That one was good.
Yeah, Ghost was awesome. And that's Activision too, isn't it? That's not Treyarch, right? Ghost? Because that would have been.
Well, I think they're all Activision. I think it was Treyarch and Infinity Ward is who does the Modern Warfares normally.
Okay. So was that Ghost then for them?
Yeah, I think that was an Infinity Ward one. Because then right after would be what, Black Ops?
Oh, it would have been Black Ops 3. Yeah. And I forgot they had Infinity War. Wasn't that a thing?
Or like they had Advanced Warfare.
Yeah. Infinite Warfare,
I think they had. I didn't try either of those. I didn't.
Well, Advanced Warfare I played a lot.
Yeah.
I played the crap out of that. That was fun. You just jetpacking around just like.
Yeah, that's why I got out of that one. I was like, those exosuits is where it gets a little much.
Yeah, and see, I did like that a lot.
Yeah.
Because that's when the movement for me like started. Like after you could like jump around and slide, and I'm pretty sure you can slide in Advanced Warfare, but that's where like the speed of shooters is when I really started to like it. I feel like because that's where it started, and then got into the whole Fortnite thing, and then Apex, and then Warzone, and yeah.
See, my first shooters were like America's Army. I can remember playing a ton as a kid.
Yeah, Battlefield.
And then, Battlefield 3, 4, and World at War, though. Like when I was real young, first getting into gaming, though, it was America's Army and World at War. And America's Army, super slow pace. I can see why a lot of people wouldn't like that because it's like hyper realism.
Yeah.
The World at War, though, I mean, that was a Call of Duty game, and that was
that was
all
pretty
the sliding, and so it was pretty slow pace. And...
Yeah, but I did like the Battlefields too. I liked all the Battlefields up until probably the most recent one, but I think I played 1 the most.
Yeah.
4 was fun. 4 was sweet. But I definitely played Battlefield 1 more than anything else.
I know. We went out and got those special edition Xboxes and everything for it. That
was awesome.
That one was good.
Yeah, for sure.
And I almost wonder if some of this stuff has to do with just like the timing of games.
Yeah. Because if I go back and play it now, I mean, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking to myself, I just want to play like a new shooter.
Yeah.
A new shooter.
For some reason, like those first, like, couple months of playing that Battlefield 1, man, everyone was hyped up for it.
Oh,
the
for
lobbies were full.
For sure. Yeah, and I miss the old Apex so bad.
Yeah. I've heard it kind of went downhill.
Oh, and I don't know why exactly. I haven't looked into it enough, but I know for me it's just they just change so much.
Oh.
You know, like I used Valkyrie a bunch when she first came out, and then I kind of fizzled out of playing it for a while, and then came back, tried to use Valkyrie again, and she was awful.
Oh, so too much like nerfing and balancing.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, and then even new weapons, which I get, you come out with new weapons, whatever, but it's the same weapons, and then they just ruined them. So and then I got to figure out, okay, what gun uses this ammo type? What gun is good now? It just gets annoying.
That's why I am a little curious to see what the first wave of like buffs and like what the first balancing patch for this Black Ops 6 is going to be.
I don't even know. I mean, off the top of my head, it doesn't seem like everybody across the board's using one type of weapon. Like I've seen more.
The C9. I feel like that's going to be the first one to get hit with a nerf because way too many people are using it.
I didn't even like it that much.
No.
I used it, but I mean, I only got it to like level 10, I guess. So I didn't use it like a crap ton or anything. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, other than that one gun, I can't think of anyone that I've seen like over and over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
The M8 or the XM4, yeah, because that's what everybody starts with. So
yeah.
You'll see that a lot.
But some people have them decked out. I've seen.
No, I got mine gold already. Dude, I love that thing.
Yeah, that gun is pretty good.
It doesn't take too long to get guns gold on there.
No, I do think I like the AK-74 though more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just seemed the headshots seem to do more damage, which that may not be the case, but I do feel like I track better with it, track players, and just melt them so much faster than I do with the XM4. But it depends on the day too, because yesterday I used the XM4 a little bit, and I was doing amazing with it.
Yeah.
And then I was just questioning. I was like, I don't know which one I like actually.
Dude, that's how I feel about that Jackal, that PDW SMG. That one kind of kicks some butt.
Yeah,
I think sure. That was the gun I went like too. 20-4 with.
Yeah, and you got the best play. I was like, what?
That
what
little Jackal, man. That thing. that thing rocks. Was, huh? Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I had to start taking it a little more seriously because I was trying to level up all my weapons. And then Alec kept getting the top of the lobby. I'm like, I'm not doing this.
Can't have that.
Yeah, not a chance.
Dude, somehow you'll look and like he'll be mixed in, sometimes he'll be third on that list, sometimes fourth, but he gets lucky with those best plays, man. He comes up and flanks them and gets like 5 of them in a row.
Yep. I've had some good best play kills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I got the calling card where I think, which is a pretty cool calling card, but you get 6 rapid kills. So I don't know what the time frame is for the rapid kills for it to be considered one, but I know I killed 6 people within a really short amount of time. I got a special calling card that's like, it's sweet.
I think I got one for 4 and 5.
Yeah, but the 6th one, I'm pretty sure it's a zombie chick, and then she's got like a cowboy hat on, and her eyes are all glowing. It's pretty sweet. I don't use it because I like that. That's the one you get from zombies of that skull and the paint's melting, which is sweet. That one's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I'm using the one where I think it's when you get your gun golded for the first time. You get like it's like a skeleton sniper wearing gold armor, and it's like animated.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I like the animated ones.
That's the other thing. The emblems. I'm not seeing really any.
No, I get like one tiny little list of them.
Yeah, is frustrating a little bit.
So I did notice once you prestige, you start unlocking there's like a whole page of them. So like when you hit prestige 1, you can use all, like they have the old World at War prestige logo. They have the old Black Ops like 1 and 2 prestige logos that you can use for your emblem.
So did Treyarch make World at War then? Because
I think so.
For when you prestige for the first time, you get a World at War skin. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that was the first time. No, I think actually Treyarch might have been a part of the original, like 3.
Oh.
And then Infinity Ward did Modern Warfare, the very first one.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, those were good. The old school first Modern Warfare, and then 2 and 3 were sick.
Yeah.
So sick.
Yeah, because I think Modern Warfare 3 was the first one that they brought in the mode where it was like 2 teams of like 2 going against each other.
Yeah. And why'd they do away with like the special operations and stuff?
Yeah.
Like those were the like online
mini mission things. Those were sick, man.
Those were so much fun.
I liked those.
Yeah. I liked them a lot, especially I don't know if it was 2 or 3, but on the snowmobiles. When you're fighting on the snowmobiles and you got all these guys flying around you,
going down the hill, man. And that one was so tough.
Oh yeah,
that one was tough sometimes playing on the harder difficulty.
Oh, especially when you're like 11 and you're trying to beat your old time. You're trying to get 3 stars so bad, and then once you get the 3 stars, you're like, I want to get this done in 50 seconds.
Yeah,
it's so irritating. I remember playing those over and over and over again.
Yeah,
those were so much fun.
Yeah, those weren't bad. And then it was kind of like a second like campaign that you could play with other people.
Yeah, because they'd have the standard campaigns, which those ones were. I like those campaigns a lot too. The Black Ops campaigns, I think, were the best though.
Because that was when it really started to get like pretty trippy.
Yeah, and then you had those campaigns were really fun. And I'm trying to think which campaign I had. I think it was Ghosts, where I had a lot of fun playing.
Yeah.
And then they did the Eminem like song at the end, the survival.
Oh yeah.
That was sick. I remember, I don't know if that came out in the summer or whatever, but I remember having a day off of school and playing that all day long. I beat the campaign and then went right into multiplayer and then played Blitz like 24/7, which I don't know what happened to that game mode either.
I don't remember what that one was.
You had to slide on the objectives, and then you got team or points for your team.
Oh yeah,
that was fun.
I feel like they could. I don't know. Maybe it'll come with time, but I feel like they could have came out with a few other objectives.
Yeah,
I like the HVT one.
Yeah,
that one I like a lot because you are forced to stick with your team.
Yeah,
there's no just running, sprinting around doing your own thing.
No,
you'll run into 6 of them.
Oh,
it doesn't
for sure.
Go too well.
Never. Do they have that on hardcore?
Yeah. But I think it's like tied into team deathmatch.
Yeah, but they have their own like game mode section for that game mode specifically.
Do they?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you go into multiplayer and then it's the quick match, the face off, and then I think gunfight.
That I played one game mode that I've only played once, haven't seen it again, which is good. I hated it.
What was it?
It was like there were these objectives and only one team could hold it at a time. Or no, there were 2 objectives and one team had to defend them and the other team was the attackers. And you ran in and you had to attack the objective and try and capture one at a time. But then you also got like a limited number of lives for the attacking team.
So that kind of sounds crappy.
I mean, maybe the game mode wasn't so bad, but I played it on that Skyline map, and I can't stand that one.
No,
the one that's like an apartment with a pool in the middle.
Yeah, I don't like.
Just way too many angles, man. Yeah. Everywhere you walk, somebody can see you from the other side of the map.
I will say, it doesn't seem like there's as many like campy maps as there usually is, because in like Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2, there were so many spots where snipers would just camp. And it didn't matter if it was a small map, if it was a big map, whatever. There was always those snipers in a window somewhere that was taking you out at your spawn every time.
Because it seems like now the way they've designed the maps is like every single room has like 3 openings to it. So there's no like if you get up to this room, there's a window where you can get shot through, and then there's a door, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like now there's multiple ways to flank and get around.
Even if it's a little tunnel that's going into a room or something. That is pretty sweet. So
yeah, it does kind of keep things balanced in the way that like you can't. But yeah, it makes it hard to hold down a spot.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Well, what do you think, Ian? I think we got, I don't know. I think that was a good 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
What do you think? All right, guys. Well, that concludes the second episode of the OxBros show. We'll be back, maybe for Halloween.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Halloween episode in. Get all dressed up for it.
Yeah. You guys have a good night.
Yeah.